Well, today is one of the most exciting days on the channel in a long time. It is going to be our first ever crop harvest on Old School Survival. You see, as we're driving here with some silage to sell, there is our oat field that we're going to be harvesting today. We're hoping we make enough money here on selling this silage to be able to afford the gleaner. That's what we want to purchase, so we're going to go find out. Going to be 3 trips to the bale selling location all the way across the map, so we'll get that done first. We're sitting at $39,000 as we start. I believe we need to be about at 60 to get what we need, and we need a grain cart as well. So I hope we make a lot of money right now. And we've made it for the first load here. Let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be 2 full loads. That was 30 grand for 1 load? We're set. We're able to get everything we want today. Let's go get the rest of it sold and see how high we get this balance before we do a little bit of shopping. All right, let's do number 2. This should put us over 100,000. Yeah, 109 is where we're sitting now with 1 more load to go. I am so looking forward to this spending spree. So 44,000 liters this time. I believe we had 50 each other trip, maybe 55. I lost track, but so it'll be a little less, but we'll be at about, I'm gonna guess, $130,000 when we're done selling. Oh boy. Okay, that's a pain. We drive into those bales more often than we should, so they'll get our total here, 136,000. So let's go home and spend a lot of money. All right, let's start with the most important item. Some good options in here, but we are going to go with the Gleaner N series. And we got the money. Like, what upgrades? We got, looks like the capacity is the same, but a little bit more horsepower. For only $2,000. I think we're going to do it. Yield monitor, all that stuff. I think that's good. A grain tank extension. That's cute. Small extension gives us the foldable. Okay. 11,000. I mean, we're doing it. And is the pipe going to be big enough for this? I think we're going to be careful. We're going to go with this 7.5 meter one. Get that going. As far as trailers, there's not a lot of options that we have. So the Oliver gravity wagon is probably going to be it. Box on the left. Oh, interesting. You could do either direction. That's nice. Trying to think of what I would prefer for where our silo is. I think I want right, but I guess we could always change that. Triangle, extensions, 12 inches. No extension. That looks like it's smaller, but the no extension gives us 20, so that's pretty compatible size-wise with the harvester. So what's going to pull it, though? Well, we have $57,000 still. I mean, you knew it was just a matter of time before the field boss came back. We're going to buy this for $31,000. That leaves us $25,000. So I think that's good. That's good. There is another tractor on mine that we did get added to the mod pack for wrapping bales, but that'll be another day. I've been missing the field boss, and I thought it was time. And hopefully she's strong enough to pull this when it's full. But let's get this out towards the field. Get it close to proximity of where we're harvesting. Setup doesn't look too bad. Looks great in cab. The White Farm Equipment Company. The Field Boss. It's definitely been one of my favorite tractors on Farming Simulator in general. All right, that's good there. Man, that unfolds nice. I think we'll be very happy with this setup here. Long as these are compatible. They are. Oh yeah, that extra width would not have been an issue. We'll probably upgrade to that eventually. Boy. I mean, I feel like there are some other models that look pretty good in FS22, but this is the one that I found. So let's get rolling here, and we're dropping some swath. That'll be great. We need the straw. Straw will definitely come in handy when we do get cattle, and that's what this is all about right now, is getting this going so we can have what we need to feed some chickens, which will be the next harvest. This is going to be pure profit here with the oats. but getting the wheat going, or not the wheat, but the straw going so that we have something to make TMR with. The missing ingredient. We can make hay, we can make silage. Now we can make straw. So far we're getting a 119 percentage yield, which is giving us 6.8 tons per hectare of oats. Oats don't yield the best, but they were a quick crop to get going here. That's why they were done, even though we planted them in spring compared to our other field in the back there that we did plant in the fall, which will be ready in August. The capacity is pretty awesome on this. So we'll see how this works out for us. I think this is going to be a great harvester for us long term here. No, I didn't realize that it was an Alice Chalmers. The Gleaner. It looks awesome though, guys. It's just nice to be doing a harvest here in Old School. Amazing yield here, 1.1. Why do I keep saying that? 121, 121%. About as good as you can get on these fields. All right, we're gonna get focused here and get these oats harvested. Didn't it say a different amount for the capacity? We're just about full here, 11,500. I want to see. I'm confused now. 7.5. We go to the. Yeah, I guess I was remembering wrong. All right, the field boss. Let's get it into the field. Oh. What? Why? Why? I mean, whose fault is it? Let's find out if it's the Gleaner's fault. Well, it's not the Gleaner. But it... Maybe it is. That's not fun. It tried for a second. Oh boy. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, so... what do we do? What do we do? I have to play around with a few of these configurations on this harvester for me to learn it. But what we are gonna do first is we're gonna come in here and we're going to go to oats and set this to 11,500. Give us our product back. This thing's kind of neat. Kind of awesome looking. I feel like I've seen one of these at a, what's it called? What are they called? Museum. We get too big of a header here. All right, let's make sure we can unload. All right, we're in business. Does take a little bit of time to unload, but we know it's good. We can get back to harvesting. I want to see what happens in the back here. Are we creating swath? Yeah, it's pretty glorious, actually. Yeah, we'll take it. I think that'll work. Now, there's a couple other configurations that I didn't know if it just does the swath a little differently, but we are gonna lock into this row here, and we'll get into a good setup with the different working width that we're now using. But we'll be able to finish this field. Gosh, it'll be pretty quick. I actually think this turns out pretty good. This thing looks nice. Okay. Let's enjoy this. I have a feeling it's giving us a lot of straw, but we'll find out when we do bale it. Let's get her done. I believe we have a little bit more in here than will fit in the gravity wagon, so we're going to go ahead and cruise on over to the silo and unload ourselves. Another 15, almost 16,000 liters in here. Pretty successful harvest for our first one. Drive over our bushes here. So I guess what we're looking at here is probably January or December when these are going to be at a good price. Oats look like they do peak in January, so it'll probably be late December. And boy, that thing does unload slow. So we'll go ahead and start moving the field boss over. I don't know about the audio on this field boss. Seems a little bit choppy there. Still unloading over here. Wow. That's slow. We'll be harvesting the wheat in August. A lot bigger of a field compared to the one we just did. And it yields a little bit better, and we'll make a little bit more money off that, but we'll also be saving a decent amount of that for chickens. We'll have to acquire a chicken coop here pretty quick. But we're running out of storage, so budgeting for something for that long term is going to be a requirement next. Looks like we're starting to produce a decent amount of wool. And I think for now, we'll just sneak this right next to the house, like so. And let's see how this does. So this is the design, you know, for something like this to pull up here. Yeah, absolutely. Gravity wagon should unload pretty quick. And then we can look at our total number after that. Now, I don't know if the yield tracker mod would work with custom fields like this, but we don't have that installed anyways. Just kind of thinking about it out loud there. 22,784 liters. It looks like at peak price, that'll make us $52,000. Pretty good, pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and get the gravity wagon back home. Grab the baler. Start getting the straw baled. And we're probably going to want to flip that field pretty quick. We'll have to look at what options we have to plant. Possibly do some barley or maybe wheat in that field next time so we can just keep making that chicken feed. That fits here perfect. Baler is huge compared to the field boss. All right, let's see if the field boss can pull this. Doesn't seem like it's having any issues. So we'll do the ups and downs, and then we will rotate to the headlands after that. Should be able to turn around for every row, too. This thing seems to be flying. 13 miles an hour. I love it. Not a ton of yield, but it'll be okay. No bale there yet. We'll probably get the bale finished on this. No, maybe not. So Not a ton of straw, but it'll be a good start. I mean, I guess those were the smaller passes, so we'll be patient here. There's our first one. Cruise around and get her done. And finishing the ups and downs here. We were at 81 when we started, and we're at 95 now. So that's, 14 bales so far. Not too bad. Seems pretty good if you ask me. But we'll go ahead and just make a left turn here and start doing this headland. That'll conclude baling. Looks like we're sitting at about a total of 16 bales now. We got 2 more. I don't think we'll get a full one here, but that's all right. We can leave this one half finished because we'll be doing some baling in August as well. And a lot more of it, a lot bigger field, so not a bad start there. Well, there's no reason for these to get picked up yet. We don't need to flip the field yet. We do want to probably get busy with that in August though. Go ahead and get this in, and we're gonna take a check on the animals, make sure they're doing all right, including the dogs. Make sure everyone's fed. I know I've said it a lot, but I love seeing this on the farm now. Awesome. All right, we'll grab a couple hay bales here, or grass bales, doesn't matter which ones, and bring them on over to the sheep. I know they're getting the lowest on feed. See if we can just snag a decent amount right here. That'll work. Decent amount of lettuce. That is deactivated right now. I think we need to add some water and seed and fertilizer. We'll get to that when we can. Just not really worried about making that a priority right now. We got a decent amount of money coming in to where I'm not really stressing about it. All right, 1 bale is taken. We can be able to get a few more here. I always forget if we have to pick these up for it. Yeah, we do. Okay. It's going to take all of them. It did. So we're at 7,000 food. I think we're going to need a little bit more. I mean, they don't go through a lot every day, but grass is thick over here. Just to be safe, we'll feed them a little bit more. Interesting number on there, 1769. Wonder why it did that. That's interesting. All right, it did take a decent amount of... Oh, it's just slowly taking it while we're there. I think that much the maxed out. Let's see. No, still just says 7,000. Pick these up. And now we're at 8,500. I think that will do for that. Over here, yeah, we still have 11,000. These sheep, these aren't sheep. These goats aren't going through a ton of feed. And they're still not producing a ton of milk either. Oh, we got one on here still. There we go. Blew right in. It does seem like wool is increasing though. Starting to see wool come in a little bit quicker. Those babies are going to age up soon as well. Let's head on over and get the pups fed. Got Ophelia. We got Bentley. And we got... Well, can we get there? There we go. And then Finley. There we go. Good dogs. Well, one good dog. Where are the others? Oh, did we lose one? Or 2 at this point? That's sad. That's Finley. Might be spending the rest of the night looking for these dogs. Concerning. Just one of them around. Well, we may never know. But I think that's going to do it for today. It might have been a little bit shorter of an episode, but that does wrap up year 2 of old school survival. So far, we've gotten goats, sheep, and a harvester, and we're harvesting crops. We've made a lot of hay and a lot of silage. Up next, chickens, cows, followed by pigs and horses. I'm SocksWayUp. Thanks for hanging out. I will catch you on the next one.